Previously on Water Rats.
When you lose faith in something that you've believed in, wanted to be a part of for so long.
Kevin, are you okay?
What do you think? Kevin drove up to the gap? Maybe he stood there and looked over, what? And then he jumped off?
We're looking for a missing police officer.
The gap? Does that mean a suicide, sir?
We found the body, Sarge. Kilo Hotel. Confirm. Kilo Hotel.
So you've told Dad?
Yeah, I told him.
You show any sign that he understood?
I can tell.
I don't know about Kevin. I don't know what happened or how it happened.
Frank. Inspector wants to see you.
Yeah, you know what about? You do know.
Just go and see him, Frank.
You know Inspector Brady, Frank, from Internal Affairs?
Whatever it is, I didn't do it.
This isn't strictly an internal affairs case. I'm heading a task force.
What task force?
We have reason to believe that Kevin was murdered.
What reason?
There's been further work done since the autopsy, further examination of your brother's body. Under the microscope, a mark on his face proved to have a pattern in it. A pattern of a sole of a shoe. They also further examined the other bruises. They believe some of them weren't sustained in the fall.
The bottom line, Frank, it looks like there was a struggle. Kevin may have been overpowered. He may have been thrown from the cliff edge.
What, conscious?
Hard to say with what we've got. The doctor who did the autopsy might have a better idea. That's if you want to pursue the question.
Inspector Brady and I have both been seconded to the task force, Frank. Task Force Kilo Hotel.
We've no information yet as to how or why your brother was at the gap that night, but as soon as we get anything more tangible, you'll be informed.
Did you find his gun?
No, either it was thrown over the gap with him or the killer still has it. Same with his pager. Everything's been entered as missing on COP's database.
You put a face to any of this, John?
An intelligence analyst is going over your brother's old cases, see which names crop up. Apart from that, everything's guesswork at this stage. As I said, we'll be keeping you informed. I'm sorry about all this, Frank. We'll do our level best.
Yeah, thanks. Hey, Knocker, can I have a word?
Sure. I'll catch you up, mate.
Listen, anything you get, anything that develops, you tell me, all right?
All right.
I mean it. You get a face, I want to hear about it.
You can't get involved, Frank.
Yeah.
Listen, mate, I mean it.
If this case gets to court, our credibility will be ruined if you're involved. We come up against a good defence solicitor, and you could see Kevin's killer walk free, all right?
I know that. I know. But you owe me this much, Knocker. As his partner, you get a face. I want to hear about it.
We've got a face. Nothing more yet. When there is, I'll let you know, I promise.
You got to keep that promise.
All right.
We're at the restaurant now. Confirm it's a human leg.
Well, hurry up and get on board. I've had the restaurant manager on the phone. He's throwing a fit.
What about?
Oh, the restaurant's high standards and how the guests can't eat their meal for this thing floating outside.
Well, if you ask me, Sarge, I think they're fascinated.
I'm not asking you, I'm telling you.
The Vita's got it now, Sarge.
Right. Crime scene will meet you on the wharf.
Does it sound like the Jigsaw man?
Well, let's put it this way. 2 days, 4 body parts floating all over the harbour. I'd say there's a good chance this is another part of the same bloke.
The morgue assistant has had a look at the body parts. The leg that came in today? It seems to belong to the same body as the one that turned up the day before. He reckons whoever did it knew something about carving up a body. Let's hope he hasn't had too much practice.
Or she.
Or she.
And there's a fair chance that this guy had a record, which is why whoever dumped him, he or she that is, cut off the hands.
Can we get copies of those photos?
You should have come to me first. They're boob tats. Done with amateur equipment.
Isn't that a bit professional for a prison tat?
Unusually high quality. Make no mistake, definitely done in prison.
So who'd do quality work like that? Oh, come on, please. We'll find out if we have to. Just save us a bit of trouble.
The only one I know who do quality work like this in Long Bay. Shot a security guard, did 10 years. Killed a warden, now he's in for life. He'd be getting on.
Thanks.
Yep. What?
Are you all right?
Oh, no, not really.
I can do all this stuff.
Yeah, I know you can do it, but I just don't want to sit and think. I want to keep moving. You know, it's weird, but I'm relieved that Kevin didn't kill himself. Just the thought of him going out there and doing it and me not even seeing it coming, I can't stand that. Sort of makes murder second worse. You know, they either don't know or they don't want to say whether he was conscious or not when he went over the edge.
Maybe it's not possible to tell that.
Oh, just the thought of him falling. You know, him knowing that he was going to die. No, at least if they knocked him out first, you know?
Look, Kevin was a really strong guy. I mean, it'd take a lot to push him over the edge conscious.
It would, wouldn't it? Yeah.
There's a bunk down below.
A man who thinks of everything.
Yeah.
Hey, wait a minute.
What? Yeah, come on.
No, it's drifting.
Yeah, they're partying like us. We'll wake up sooner or later.
Well, it sounds like kids. I think they're freeloaded.
Fee, it's our day off. You know, radio it through, let the nemesis handle it.
No, we have to deal with it. It's drifting towards a pontoon. Come on, you drive.
Right, who's in charge of this boat?
Who's out there? Do you realise you're drifting? You nearly hit the pontoon.
Who are you?
We're police officers.
Hey, sit down. Oh, is that the new uniform?
All right, I want some ID and I want some proof you've got a right to be on this boat. Now.
We don't have to prove anything. You, get off the boat.
Yeah, get lost.
Shut up! Now we can search this boat.
Oh, no, you can't.
Listen up, Sunshine. Now, firstly, I suspect you don't have permission to be using this boat. Secondly, you appear to be operating it under the influence of alcohol. Now, shut up and give the lady a break.
What's your names? Come on, what are your names? All right. All right, if you want it like that, we can go down the police station and sort it out there. But come on, up the stairs. I'll radio through to the nemesis. Sydney Water Police. Sydney Water Police.
I don't know.
What, you don't recognise your own work?
Who said it was mine?
An admirer. Professional.
I don't know.
The guy's dead if it makes any difference.
How do I know that? I met him. I did some work for him.
So he was in here?
Drugs charge.
Dealer?
That's what they said at his trial. Whether he was or not, I wouldn't know.
Do you know anything else about him? Like, did he have a friend here, or...?
One friend.
A really good friend?
Boyfriend.
Is he still here?
He's been out a year or so. Said he'd never be back. White-collar crim. Wasn't suited to this place.
You got any names?
The dead guy's name was Tony. His friend's name is Peter. Now, if you want any more, ask the office.
Thanks, Liz. Hey, how come you've got no tats yourself?
Sticking a bunch of needles in your skin? Mugs go.
Go. Upstairs. Davida. What's going on?
These kids pinched a catamaran. We tied it to a wharf and contacted the owner. We'll try and find out who their parents are and charge them.
As I understand it, Cassidy radioed this through.
That's right.
She and Watson both have a day off today.
Yes.
They were together?
Yes.
Right. That's all.
Outside, Frank. Some guy came around to see me from police protocol. He was crapping on about a big police funeral. I told him to get lost, and now I'm telling you.
And what's wrong with Kevin having a police funeral?
He'll have a family funeral, no guard of honour, and no cops anywhere near it.
Kevin didn't have a family. He had me, and he had his mates in the police force, and I say he has a police funeral.
Forget it, Frank.
Family? What did you and the old man ever do for him? Except beat him up every now and then.
The old man beat all of us up, and we deserved it every time. The old man loved you, Frank. What did you do? You crossed over. You became a copper, and you took Kevin with you. That's why you and your mates aren't going to get your hands on him now.
Oh, Frank. Long Bay's giving me the last known for the boyfriend.
What? Whose boyfriend?
Our Jigsaw man.
Ah.
Yep, let's go.
Rachel, there's a message for you here somewhere. From a solicitor. Number's there.
Right, thanks.
Did you get those reports looked at?
Hey, what's this about a solicitor?
Oh, Jonathan's trying to take me to family court, deny all access to David.
No, he can't do that.
Yeah, well, he thinks he can. Especially after what happened with Fran Marsden.
Listen, why didn't you tell me about it?
Oh, mate, you've got enough on your plate.
Come on, that doesn't mean you can't talk to me. Hey? Madam?
Sir?
Can't be Tony.
When did you last see him?
About 3 months ago. He was on his way to Queensland.
Got an address?
No, not yet. He's just trying to get himself a job for a few months.
Oh, so has he got some friends there?
He'll find friends.
So you don't know if he ever got to Queensland?
Yes, yes, I do. He phoned yesterday.
Did he say where he was phoning from?
Somewhere called, Currumbin, I think. On the Gold Coast. There's a bird sanctuary there.
This identification was pretty positive.
Was it? How?
Tattoos.
But aren't a lot of tattoos the same? Don't they work from a pattern? Perhaps the tattoo artist made a mistake.
Yeah, that's always possible.
Look, Tony usually calls every few days. Next time I'll tell him you were here and get him to contact you if you like.
Fine.
Well, now that we're here, do you mind if we have a little look around?
Yes. Yes, I do mind. Tony's up north. I'll tell him to contact you when he rings.
Fair enough.
Thanks.
What do you think?
I don't know, it seemed a bit jumpy. And that Queensland story.
Do You reckon he's lying because the boyfriend left him and he doesn't want to believe it?
Or is he lying because he actually knows what happened to the boyfriend? Do you want the crossword?
Hey. What's this for? Another piece of the Jigsaw man's body turned up. A hand washed up on the beach. This is the prize for whoever solves the puzzle.
Identifies him?
No, finds the last piece.
Today, Sykes. Don't forget you're escorting the QE2 into port tomorrow.
I haven't heard back from Knocker, you know, about the investigation.
Yeah, well, you wouldn't expect to yet.
Yeah, but he said he had a face. You know what Knocker's like. He could tell me one thing and then leave me out of
Look,
it.
he hasn't had long. Give it at least till tomorrow, and then you can, or I can ask him what's going on.
Yeah, I suppose so. Hey, listen, feel like a drink, you know, somewhere quieter than a pub.
Oh, I can't. I've got to pick David up. I'm sorry.
It's okay. I don't mind drinking on my own.
Look, I can meet you later, after I drop David
It's too
back.
complicated. It's okay.
Look, I'm really sorry, Frank.
Look, we're talking about a drink, not heart surgery. It's fine.
Here you go, Trev.
Are you gonna get custody of me?
How'd you hear that?
Dad said something.
Well, what do you reckon? I mean, how would you feel if I did? Like if you lived with me full-time rather than Dad? What? Don't you know?
Where would we live?
Oh, in my glamorous flat.
I'd rather live in a house.
Yeah, well, maybe.
I don't like it much where you live. Not all the time.
Is that your only problem? Is it? Do you want to live with Dad?
I still want to see him.
Yeah, but you see, the problem is he doesn't think we should be allowed to.
I want to see both of you. When I'm with Dad, I miss you. When I'm with you, I miss Dad.
Right. Well, we just got to work it out so we can see each other and just put the rest on hold, okay? Great. How's school?
Good.
Yeah, what'd you get up to?
Played soccer.
Again.
Thorough going over, but the steam locomotives for the big draw card as they rekindle those more romantic days of racing. All drama was just...
G'day, mate.
You got a knock like a policeman.
Thirsty?
You know, I'm 43. 43, and I've never really thought about age, but I'm 43, and what have I got to show for my life? No family, a brother who hates my guts, 2 ex-wives, and Kevin. Kevin. You know, when we were little, like about 7 or 8 or something, we'd take off for the day and go down and play by the wharves. And by the end of the day, when we'd be coming home, he'd be lagging behind. He's really little. And he'd be yelling out for me to wait for him. But I never did. I was trying to teach him to look after himself, to be strong. I suppose I was trying to, you know, protect him. Protect him. And our lives get so bad, Goldie. Yeah. And I've lost Kevin. You're losing David.
I just want to know what I did wrong. Like if there was just one moment that I made the wrong decision, and from then on, life just went careering into nothing.
I just wish there was one thing in this whole mess that made sense. Just one thing in my screwed up life that made sense. Like one good thing.
If I don't go right now...
Fee, Hawker says he wants to see you immediately.
Oh, did he say what?
No, but he sounded really serious, so I'd get your uniform on if I were you.
We'll be refueling the Nemesis.
You wanted to see me, sir?
Fiona, yes, please, come in. Sit down. There we go.
Have I done something wrong?
Oh, no. On the contrary, I've asked you in for a little chat because, well, I've been particularly impressed with your work lately.
You have?
Absolutely. I've been paying particular attention to you, Fiona. The way you deal with difficult situations, your rapport with people. And I was wondering whether you'd be interested in applying for peer support officer. Oh, you know, it's not a shortcut to promotion, but it can't hurt. So, if you are interested...
Yeah, I'm very interested.
Good. Well, think about it over the next few days and let me know.
Thanks for asking me, sir.
Not at all. People like you. They feel they can talk to you. It's important that the PSO has the respect of her workmates. I wouldn't be recommending you for the position unless I felt confident your relationship with your fellow officers was above reproach. So, you think about it, all right? Oh, and Fiona, yes, I think I'll put you on the front counter today. All right?
Oh, you took your time.
I'm not going. Hawker's put me on the inquiry counter.
What?
Yeah, I think he's trying to make a point.
Why? What'd he say?
Well, reading between the lines, I think what he's saying is if I want to stay in this job, I've got to break up with Terry.
What? Can't say that.
That's just the thing, you see. He didn't exactly say it.
He can't stop you from seeing him, Fee.
He can do anything he wants. He's my boss.
Oh, dear.
Oh, bit of a headache. A lot of a headache, actually.
Got just the thing for you. Fix you right up. Yeah. Drinky drink. Go on. Drink it. We'll fix it. Go on. Yeah, drink it. No! Hey, you gotta drink it! You gotta...
Oh, it's salt. It's so rancid.
Yeah, salt that absorbs the moisture. It's the best thing for dehydration.
Oh, yeah, I'll just have the headache. Thanks.
The identity of the Jigsaw man's been confirmed. The last piece they found was a hand, fingers still intact. They took a print. Tony Jacobson.
So Tony definitely hasn't been in Queensland?
No, he's been floating around the harbour.
Right. Let's see what the boyfriend's got to say about that.
Yeah. Hey, would you drive today?
Me? Drive? Okay, so you lied to us. There was no trip to Queensland, no bird sanctuary. Was it you that chopped him up?
I didn't kill him, though.
How'd he die?
He OD'd. He must have got some of that really pure stuff that's been going around lately. It's really criminal the way they just hawk that stuff around.
Oh, it's criminal anyway, old son. Anyway, if he OD'd, there'll be medical evidence to prove it.
It's true.
Okay. He OD'd, and then what'd you do?
I had been out all morning, and I had an appointment at the clinic, and they were running late. I came back. He was dead.
You didn't call an ambulance?
There was no point. He was so cold. Nearly dead, and there's nothing they could have done for him.
And then?
I started thinking.
But you were frightened of going back inside.
So scared that I'd make sure I OD'd too if I had to. It wasn't that bad when Tony was there to look after me, but on my own,
So you started thinking about alternatives?
I thought if I could dispose of the body, there's no way I could get him out of here in one piece without being seen. So I thought if I could get rid of the body bit by bit.
Yeah, I can see the logic in that.
It wasn't that bad. I used to be apprenticed to a butcher. I know how to cut a body up properly, not just hack it apart.
What'd you use?
A kitchen chopper.
Look, mate, I can understand that, but if you were trying so hard to get rid of him so that he couldn't be identified, why didn't you chop off his fingers?
I suppose I should have. I couldn't bear to do it. I love his hands.
And then, after you chopped him up...
I had a little dinghy and I took it out and dumped the pieces in the harbour. It took me a few nights. I thought they'd sink to the bottom. I didn't expect them to float. They sank first off.
I'll explain that to you sometime.
What'd you do about the torso?
I took it out and dumped it last night after you came here.
Whereabouts?
Near that big new waterfront restaurant.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, they've been getting a bit bothered by pieces of Tony turning up there lately.
And the head?
I couldn't bear just to dump that in the harbour, not let the fish eat it. I mean his eyes.
Where is it then? Still here?
In the freezer.
You're going to be charged on 2 counts, disposing of a body and misconduct regarding a corpse.
What's it worth?
A couple of years, I think, mate.
God.
You'll be right. Keep your head down.
Will you say something for me in court? Tell them I loved him, I really did.
Look, I'm going to be there to give evidence against you. But I think they'll take your story into account.
The guy at the bay, he could say something. Will they listen to his evidence?
I can't advise you on how to run your case, Pete.
Just had a call from John Harrison, a guy with a previous record that just pulled in for dealing. They're going to fire a few questions at him about Kevin. John thought you might like to go and observe.
Tell them I'm on my way.
On the condition you remain in the background, Frank.
Who is he?
Name's Jim Papus.
What's his form?
Not much in the way of convictions. He's never been inside. Always got off with a fine or a suspended sentence. Made his money in fish and fishing. Then he figured there was more money in the drug business. Now he's diversified. Restaurants, real estate, that sort of thing. But he makes the big bickies out of the drugs.
And how come he's never been locked up?
Well, we intercepted his boats a few times, but nothing. No one could ever get anything on him. We got tipped off by a disgruntled employee. We found some coke at his house.
We're not even talking about a trafficable quantity. We're talking about
3 grams, that's a deemed supply.
Mr. Papus would have no reason to sell an amount like that. He's got very many business interests, many profitable business
Perhaps
interests.
this is how his businesses have become profitable. See, the way I see it, Mr. Papus had a much larger quantity before his premises were searched. We want to know where it all went to. Where did it go, Mr. Papus? Who are the dealers involved? Give us some names, it might improve your situation here a lot.
There are no names. There were no dealers. I acquired it for personal use.
You personally use a real lot, do you?
When I'm in the mood.
And how often are you, in the mood?
I can take it or leave it. Someone tip you off, did they?
Who'd do that?
You make money, you make enemies.
So, who did you acquire the substance from?
My client suggests you charge him and sort it out in court. He has no further information to give you at this stage.
So what's the connection with Kevin?
His name was in Kevin's notebook.
That's it, the name. That's all you got?
Just wait and see, Frank.
A name and a notebook?
What? That's it? That's nothing. Don't run away, Frank. We've got a bit more. Will you sit down and relax and enjoy the show? I'll get someone to bring you a cup of tea, all right? Come on, mate.
My client has suggested you charge him and get on with it.
In a bit of a hurry to be charged, is he?
Come on, Mr. Brady, why play games? You have what you want.
We're changing the tapes and recautioning your client.
What?
What about?
We wish to interview you, sir, in regard to the death of Detective Senior Constable Kevin Holloway. We're going to ask you some questions, sir. You have the right to remain silent, but whatever you do or say may be used in evidence. Do you understand this?
Yes.
Well, the solicitor wants $3,000 down.
So what are you going to do?
See a credit union, I suppose. But if that's just the deposit, how much can she want? I don't know what I'm doing.
Look, if it's a question of money, I've got some put aside. You're welcome to borrow it.
Oh, thanks, Helen. I appreciated it.
But
It's not the money. I'd pay anything. It's just... What's all this doing to David? See, I was thinking of going for full custody, and I asked him what he thought. And he said... Well, he said he'd rather live with his dad.
Well, do you think he meant that?
Oh, no. But can you imagine how confusing this is for him? He's just a little kid. I mean, maybe I should just lay off and stop putting all this pressure on him.
For heaven's sake, Rachel, he needs you. Can you imagine what he's going to turn out like, left to Jonathan? Look, I have a fantastic lifestyle, great friends. I can do anything I want, no responsibilities. I even have nieces and nephews to play with. But sometimes I regret not having a child of my own. David is a beautiful little boy, and he's yours. I strongly suggest you fight for him, Rachel, because if you let him go, you know you'll regret it.
Thanks, Helen.
You say you've never heard of Kevin Holloway, Mr. Papus?
That's correct.
And you are not aware that he has been murdered, sir?
No, I'm not aware of it since I didn't know him.
And how do you explain the fact that your fingerprints were found on his sunglasses, which were in his car at the site where he was killed?
Oh, come on, Mr. Papus. If you've never met Kevin Holloway, never heard of him, how can you explain that?
My client is not obliged to answer anything at this stage.
No, he's not required to. But it might be in his best interests to do so.
Why would it be in my best interests?
Because as you may be aware, Mr. Papus, we're investigating a murder. The murder of a police officer. Now, can you tell us your movements on the 14th of this month, sir?
Are you trying to set me up for this?
We have your fingerprints, Mr. Papus. Good, clear prints.
But what are we talking about, though? Prints on an item of property in a vehicle?
On an item of property on a vehicle at the scene of a murder.
We have taken a pair of shoes from your house, Mr. Papus. Forensics are examining them now.
Shoes?
Kevin Holloway was kicked in the face. We have the pattern of a sole of a shoe. Remarkable what traces are left behind when you think it's all over and done with. Quick and clean.
Whatever happened to him, I had nothing to do with it.
But you know something about it.
No, I don't.
But you did know Kevin Holloway, didn't you, Mr. Papus?
Yes, I did.
Then why didn't you admit this at the start, Mr. Papus? Why lie about it unless you've got something to conceal?
Didn't it ever occur to you there might be witnesses who saw you two together?
What witnesses?
The barman of the Watson's Bay pub, for example.
I think my client wishes to remain silent.
No, I don't wish to remain silent. This is purest nonsense.
I put it to you, Mr. Papus, that Kevin Holloway had caused you trouble in the past when he was a member of the drug squad. I put it to you, Mr. Papus, that Kevin Holloway caused you so much trouble that you decided to even the score.
He never caused me trouble.
I put it to you, sir, that he had evidence in his possession.
Evidence?
Pertaining to you. Your name was in his notebook.
That proves nothing. There must be many names in a detective's notebook.
Or perhaps the evidence was in his car.
So, let's just work through it, shall we?
Did you follow him out to the carport?
No.
Did you get in the car beside him?
No.
Pull a gun up to him?
No.
Did you have backup? How many of you were there?
There was no one.
So you mean it was just you on your own?
I mean, there was no one at all. This didn't happen.
I put it to you, it did happen, Mr. Papus.
I put it to you did get in the car with Kevin Holloway. I put it to you his sunglasses were on the dashboard and you just leant across and picked them up. You just weren't thinking, were you, Mr. Papus?
I deny this.
I put it to you. You forced Kevin Holloway up to the cliffs of the Gap, and matters went easily for you. There was no one around. I put it to you. You then forced Kevin Holloway to the edge of the cliff.
No.
I put it to you, Mr. Papus. You then pushed Kevin Holloway over the edge.
That's not true.
Did you just stand there and watch him fall, Mr. Papus?
I want to speak with my solicitor. Alone. Now.
Interview suspended at 4:14 p.m. for the purpose of allowing Mr. Papus to talk to his solicitor.
It's over. We got him. You sure of that? Well, look at them. They're trying to figure out if they can cut a deal with us. Yeah, we got him.
My client is ready to answer your questions.
This interview recommenced at 4:35. Those present, Inspector Brady and Detective Senior Sergeant John Harrison. What is it you want to tell us, Mr. Papus?
I admit I did know Kevin Holloway. He used to drink at the Watson's Bay pub from time to time.
How well did you know him?
Not well. We might watch a race at the same time on the TV.
In the pub, when I had a horse running. I told him once when I thought a horse of mine was going to win, and he put a few dollars on it, through the TAB.
And did it win?
No, it lost.
But you were with him on other occasions, in the bar, for
Not
example.
with him. We drank in the same bar, we exchanged a few words from time to time. Our lives were different. We would not spend time together.
But you were in his car.
No, I was never in his car.
You're forgetting about his sunglasses on the dashboard with your fingerprints on them, Mr. Papus.
The last time I saw him, it was the night you spoke of. He was drinking there. Had something to eat, I think. I was with friends. I didn't take much notice. But when he went out, he left his sunglasses on the bar. They were nice sunglasses. I picked them up and went after him to the car park.
You ran after him waving his nice sunglasses.
I walked quickly. I handed them to him before he reached his car. He thanked me, and I went back into the bar.
You want us to believe this is the last you saw of him?
It was the last I saw of him.
Why didn't you mention any of this before?
I wanted the advice of my solicitor. I didn't want an innocent meeting misconstrued.
Papus was bailed on the drug charge, Frank. I'm really sorry. We just couldn't get enough to make the charge on Kevin stick.
But the sunglasses story, what are you telling me? It made no sense.
No sense whatsoever, but we couldn't disprove it.
Look, Kevin wouldn't associate with Papus, not even casually in a bar. I mean, a guy with a proven drug record.
He might if he was looking for something on a professional basis, you know, a contact, a trade-off, something like that.
All right, what about the shoes?
No, nothing. They're a washout.
So? He disposed of them.
Well, yeah, but where are they? Without the shoes, Brady reckons we haven't got enough to mount a case. Look, mate, I'm really sorry. Don't worry, we're going to get this guy. We're going to watch him like a hawk. We will dig up enough, OK? Look, Frank, I got to go. I'm really sorry.
Look, there's just one thing that's really bugging me. But what were you doing when all this was going on?
What are we getting round to here, Frank?
What were you doing?
Are you blaming me?
You were his partner, right? You're the one with the experience. Why weren't you looking after the kid?
Look, Frank, I know how you feel. But I am not wearing Kevin's death, all right?
All right, but you should have been looking after him. You should have.
You are not going to sleep.
I was just getting my breath back
You
there.
do this to me every single time.
Hang on a minute, I'm the one doing all the work.
Oh,
here.
you're right. Well, my next boyfriend was Terry Watson. He used to flex his muscles all the time, go on about how fit the divers were, but when it came to the sack, he could only go one round. Such a disappointment.
One round.
One round Terry, I used to call him.
That's it. I've been insulted. I'm withdrawing all sexual favours.
What?
You heard. No sex with me for 1 week, 7 days, 168
Well, I'm
hours.
afraid you can't do that because as your new peer support officer, I demand you have sex with me.
Is that right? Fee, if Hawk is giving you such a hard time over it, why don't you tell him to stick his PSO job?
Because I want the job. It'd be good. It might help me get places. I just don't want him having a say in my private life.
Don't let him.
Well, it's easy for you to say. He's not your boss.
Well, what else can you do, Fee? You know.
Well, we could make a complaint to the EEO, say basically what he's doing is making me choose between you and my job.
No. We'd never prove it and we'd look like jerks in the process.
One of us could transfer out.
Right. You're serious, aren't you? I mean, Pete, do you know how long it took me to get into the divers? What, you want me to throw that all away now? Well, why don't you transfer? Your only general duties, you could be anywhere.
Thanks a lot.
Well, it's the truth, isn't it? And where are you going?
Forget it.
Jim Papus.
Why is he walking around then?
They're trying to get more on him.
And if they don't?
I wanted you to have a look at him. Know who he was.
I've been thinking about the police funeral.
Oh, yeah?
I haven't made up my mind yet, but I'm thinking about it.
Well, you better make it up pretty quick.
Yeah, I'll do that. What's going to happen about him?
I don't know.
He killed Kevin. Something better happened to him.
Yeah, I think so too.